Cam Barr for Cam's Mortgage Minute. Today we're going to talk about divorce and the implications that it has on mortgages and homes. We know already that it puts a lot of stress on couples, a lot of stress on the family, and 1 in 2 couples is separating. However, there's a bigger stress that adds on and piles on, and that's related to the matrimonial home. Now, when both people in the relationship are committed to selling the house, it's not sometimes as big a problem so long as there's equity, because the house can be sold and the asset can be divided. But what happens if one of them wants to keep it and the other one wants to sell their share out to the other spouse? What do you do then? Well, let me share with you an interesting story that happened recently. I had a lady come to us and she said, hey, I want to buy a place on my own, and we started delving into things and started looking at her financial situation. And her debt servicing didn't work, and the primary reason it didn't work is because she was still on a mortgage with her soon-to-be ex-husband, and she also had a couple of other debts that they were jointly signed on for. She said her ex-husband had approached the bank and she had confirmed this, and the bank, however, was not willing to do anything. They said, we can't remove you from the mortgage, and he doesn't qualify enough on his own, and we just can't do it. And they were at a crossroads, and she said, well, I'm just not going to sign the renewal when it's up, and then I don't have to worry about it. And the bank said, sorry, it doesn't matter whether you sign or not, we're just going to renew it and you're on the hook. Now, she was in a quandary as to what to do. Here were two people who didn't really want to be with each other anymore, and that was all in agreement. One of them decided it'd be better for them to buy the house because they had a daughter, and instead of them turning around and buying a whole new house, buying a separate property, this house was perfect for their daughter, whose interests they were basically primarily trying to protect, and it made the most financial sense for the husband to keep the house. However, like I said, the bank said, you know, we can't let you keep it by yourself. You're going to have to keep your ex-wife on. And so long as she was on, she couldn't move on with her life, and she was stuck financially and had to keep renting. So luckily, like I said, they came to us, and it took us about 2 weeks, but we managed to find a solution. A solution that was quite good, because not only were we able to remortgage the house in the husband's name, we were able to add a couple of these debts into the remortgaging as well under the Spousal Separation Program, which is a really cool program. And it's a program that certainly does wonders for people that are looking to keep the home and want to move on with their lives and separate and have a clean break. Because nobody wants to be financially tied to the other person. They want to get on with things, and this program allows you to do so. Now, the other thing that is very interesting out of this is the fact that the bank can roll you over into a new renewal, even though you don't want to be part of it. I had another couple last year, a gentleman who came, and his ex-wife had kept the house and he was still on the mortgage. However, at times she would stop making the payments, which forced him to, affected his credit. The bank would call him, even though in their separation agreement it was clear that she was responsible for the payments, not him. The bank, again, looked at the position, said, that's not our problem. We don't care what the separation agreement says. For all intents and purposes, you've signed on to this mortgage, both of you originally, and we can not arbitrarily, but we'll renew the mortgage when it's up. We don't need the husband's permission. The wife's, that's fine with us. So, again, like I said, if you're in one of these situations, you're in a predicament where, let's say, hopefully both of you are on the same page, you do honestly want to make a clean break, where nobody wants to manipulate or control the other person, and they truly do want to get on with things, give us a shout if you're in that position and one of you wants to buy the other one out. I can't say that at all times, every time, we'll be able to get that mortgage done. However, we've got some latitude, because we've got up to 95% of the value we can look at for refinancing you. So that's a really, really strong program, and we're not now coupled with the traditional 80%, and sometimes we're even able to roll debts into it. But again, this is going to be on a case-by-case basis, and there is strict criteria under this program. It isn't something that somebody can just utilize to possibly look at refinancing or as a way to do a debt consolidation. It doesn't kind of work that way. It's strictly designed for couples who have a genuine interest. I mean, they are splitting up. They want to move on with their lives. One of them wants to buy the other one out. Again, like I said, a really good program. So if you're interested in it, give us a shout at the Auxilium team. Auxilium, as you know, means to care, aid, assist, and support, and that's exactly what we do here at the team. We would love to review your situation, and we're certainly going to do our best to help you through a delicate and a tough time, but hopefully at the end of it all, everybody can walk away and get what they want out of the entire situation. Like I said, give us a shout. We can discuss your situation. It's been Cam for Cam's Mortgage Minute. I will see you again.